Yeah, greetings. This is John G. Sutton, and here we are at Tales from the Jails. Yes, folks, and today we're going to discuss an incident that happened at HM Prison, Wormwood Scrubs, in the year 1976. Right, just go back in time. Was it 44 years? Something like that, yeah. Long time. Anyway, right. It was a Saturday afternoon, probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Nice sunny day, and I was the officer in charge of C1 landing at the Scrubs. C being C wing, and the first landing being on the ground floor. That's C1. So I was patrolling C1 landing and I came across a cell with the door open, and I looked inside, and there was an inmate dressed as a choir boy. Now, everybody else was out on exercise on the yard. This young man, who was probably about 22, 23, was, because it was the adult wing, was dressed as a choir boy in his cell. Now, definitely there is no good reason for him to have what amounts to a choir boy's uniform like that, with surplice on and all that. Shouldn't have had that. It should have been locked up in the church. So I shot the bolt on the door. That's, you bang the bolt at the side, it's got a catch. It shoots the bolt, so I don't get locked in the cell, you see. Otherwise, you get locked in the cell, you can't get out. Yeah, unless somebody lets you. You feel a right fool if you do that. Never happened to me, but did happen to some staff. Anyway, I went into the cell and I said to this young man, I said, "Come here." I said, "Tell me why you're dressed as a choir boy." I said, "You're not allowed this, and you were supposed to be in prison uniform. Why are you dressed as a choir boy?" He said, "I can't tell you." I said, "You're going to tell me." I said, "If you don't tell me," I said, "you and I are going down there to see the principal officer, and you can tell the principal officer in his office why you're dressed as a choir boy, or you can tell me." And this young man started crying. I said, "Come on, you're a grown man, what's the matter?" He said, "I can't tell you, I can't tell you." I said, "Sit down on your bed and tell me what the problem is. Come on, get it out. Tell me." He said, "I can't tell you." Then he started crying some more. I said, "Listen, I'm very sympathetic. I just want to know why you dress like this, because you're definitely not allowed to be dressed like this." He said, "I have to dress like this." He said, "Because the chaplain, the vicar, comes to see me in my cell." He said, "I have to dress as a choir boy, and then I have to get down on my knees and suck his dick." Seriously, that's what this young man told me. I said, "Really?" I said, "Do you know the name of this chaplain, this vicar?" "Yes." He said, "I know his name." He told me his name. I said, "Okay, take this surplice off, take it all off, put it on the bed, yeah." So he took it off, put it on the bed. I said, "Now give me one of your pillowcases." I put it into the pillowcase. I said, "Now just sit there for a minute. I'm just going to go and get a sheet of paper." So I went and got a couple of sheets of A4 paper and a pen, and I wrote his statement out. Yeah, I read it to him. And this statement is the truth to the best of my knowledge, and all the rest of it. And he signed it. I countersigned it. Then I took the other sheet of paper, wrote my statement out about how I'd come to discover all this, signed it, and took it to the principal officer along with the pillowcase with the choir boy's uniform in. I'd locked the guy back into his cell by then and told him, "Don't worry about this." And went in to see the principal officer and told him exactly what I'd done. Showed him the statements, which he read. He said, "Right, you're going to see the chief officer now, the number one chief officer, the number one discipline officer." He said, "Take that and get out of my office." Oh, well, off we go. So I go out of C Wing across to the HQ unit, knocked on the number one chief officer's door, and he called me in. Right, what's he got to say? And I told him, about finding this boy dressed up as a choir boy, this young man, and showed him the surplus and gave him the statements that I'd taken. And believe this or not, he said to me, "Who has authorised you to conduct investigations into senior members of this prison establishment?" I said, "I beg your pardon?" He said, "Who's told you to do this? Who said you could do it? Who has given you the authority to investigate a senior member of our staff?" I said, "I have a warrant card. It says on this warrant card that I have all the authority of a police constable when I am carrying out my duties as a prison officer." I said, "And that is what I was doing, my job as a prison officer. And I have the authority of a police constable. I don't need specific authority to do my job. This warrant card is my authority. I'm telling you, Mr. Sutton, you do not investigate anybody in this prison without my specific authority. Now get out of my office." And that was it. That was the end of it. Nothing more said, no more investigation, no questioning the chaplain, no questioning nothing. The only person who got a bollocking was me. And that happened in 1976 at Her Majesty's Prison, Wormwood Scrubs, on Duquesne Road in East Acton. That's London West 12, by the way. So if you ever get the chance to visit HMP Wormwood Scrubs and you get locked in a cell, beware the prison chaplain who offers you a surplus and a visit on a Saturday afternoon. Seriously, this has been Tales from the Jails, and my name is John G. Sutton. You can read all about this and a lot more in my book, Psychic Screw. It's available on Amazon. Thank you very much.